Because what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a quarterback draft. So that means we both get 15 picks to pick through the active NFL quarterbacks right now. Now, the question we have to answer is, do we want to do what are we basing this off of? Are we basing it off of like just all-time resume, or are we basing off of right now this year? Are
I
we doing like
mean,
a who do you want going forward, or who do you this year who we picking from? Because I'm ready either way. How do we do this? I
I
have a list for any way you want to do this.
mean, I'm just going off of if I was who I want my quarterback to be like right now.
Okay.
Like if right now, I mean, we live in it now. I'm not gonna be we gonna do it off right now. I mean, obviously, even if you do right now, you're gonna go off for like career because it's
Yeah,
hard to
it's a
say that
mix of
because
both.
you
I know
always
what you
gonna
mean though.
bring
You
in
saying like
career.
if I had a team that need a quarterback right now, who would I bring in, future or otherwise? Just right immediately. Just who's coming in the room right now. We can base it off of that. So we're doing a
Yeah,
quarterback draft. We each get 15 picks, and it's based on who we want our quarterback to be right now. And I guess we're gonna leave it up to people in the comments because this is definitely getting clipped up and thrown out there for people to decide who had the best list. So let's get to it. Uh, I'll let you have first pick because that's just easy.
it is. Like, we shouldn't even.
It's easy. That's not even
We
fair.
shouldn't
Like
even put him in there because even though it's just
I
like
thought about that.
whoever has Pat Mahomes is gonna have the best list. It's just
I thought
like
about that.
it's like we shouldn't even. He's just in a class of his own. Like unless we just get to bring back like last year Brady at least or
Yeah,
something like
you
that.
get
Because if
somebody.
you get
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes, I get last year Brady. Like come on, I mean, but because if we go off right now, even if we go off right now, I mean, will Pat Mahomes be my number one pick? I mean, yeah, still obviously, yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So
I'm
it's just
about to
like so I
say
don't.
it's fine. Do you got Pat? Because I'm just you go first. I already knew. Like I was looking at my list and I was like, we should flip a coin and do all this. I was like, nah, because if I let him go first, I'm picking Pat first. So I know he picking Pat first. So we might as well just go ahead. I'll just let it. You can go first. I already know you got Pat. We ain't even got to play.
Right.
So two. Oh, this was tough. And that's why I wanted to, because I was like, "Ooh, two, you got a lot of options you get to go through when you get two." But ultimately, I ended up going Josh Allen is next for me
You
because
said Josh Allen.
I got to go Josh Allen for my number one pick just because the next couple guys is I feel like he's a little if anybody's because really the real rival to Pat is Burrow, but that's more of like the whole team. I feel like if you put Josh Allen on the Bengals right now, it's a little different. It'll definitely look different.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with Josh too. So who you got for your second pick?
My second pick. I know a lot of people quarterback wins guys and what have you done for me lately. I'm going Justin Herbert. That
That's what I
definitely
had next
would.
too. It's funny. It's funny because I had the exact same thing. Exactly like just because. Well, go ahead. Give you a reason. You can give your reason real
I
quick.
mean, I really think his coach put him in bad scenarios. To be 100% honest, if he had a smarter coach who didn't know if he wanted to go for it, then sometimes he want to go for it, but other times he don't. But the times he don't, it should be the times he does go for it.
Yep.
Like, like then I was just like, what is going on? Like, so he, I feel like he's one of those. You know how every generation and decade gets like those four quarterbacks that those are those quarterbacks of that
hmm
generation. You know, ours was if we can name them, Philip Rivers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Brett Favre went in and out of there a little bit, but we still had
Yeah.
so but those was the top three, and I feel like he's one of the top three of those. You could interchange Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Burrow, which is probably the next pick
That has to be.
uh, for like those top four quarterbacks in that
Yeah, because really, it's funny because when I did this, you really see there are like tiers for
Yeah,
sure. Like there's clear tiers of guys, and that's why my next pick ended up it is Joe Burrow. Like it has to be Joe Burrow. I had Herbert third also, and it really when I was thinking about it, it really just simply because Herbert is just more talented. He has better
yeah,
arm. He's bigger, stronger, faster. He's Josh Allen light, basically. Like they do the exact same stuff. And I think it really, like you said, it just comes down to coaching. And that's why I had Burrow next. And it's funny because I say more talented. Well, I'll let you go with your next pick. But I got Joe Burrow second.
See, now this is where we start getting
It
to the
gets weird.
nitty-gritty. It's
Yep.
like it do get weird. It's
You
just
got to
like
start thinking
who would
about
you
it.
rather have? And then it's just like, but honestly, only because
That's why I say, hey,
I
wait
mean,
till you start getting further
no,
down, bro.
no. I mean, I know, but it's just like I'm trying to think. The reason in my head, I mean, in the reason I gotta go Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Okay.
I gotta go Hurts. It's just like I don't know. Something with his like the Eagles not doing that good this year,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think it's his leadership at the end of the day that just like the way he's carried himself as a quarterback, and even if things hit the fan, he's still back there. He gonna do it, and then at the end of the day, he's still a dual threat quarterback. Like,
Mhm.
and out of all the quarterbacks we got up there, he's the. To be honest, I would probably have a lot of people probably say this. I'm weird, but I would definitely probably have Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson, only
Ah,
because I trust Jalen Hurts throwing more before I trust Lamar Jackson throwing. So
really?
if I had to pick a dual threat quarterback right now, I mean, I
You
guess
going
Josh
Hurts?
Allen's kind of dual threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would probably say Jalen Hurts is probably
Much.
mine, like top one.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's as in like good at both. Like
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna
so
lie to you. I had Hurts farther down. Right there.
it's
It's funny because I mean, I, you already said it, man. I got Lamar next
Lamar.
for my third pick. Yeah, because when I looked at it, just Lamar, I know like the only knock really I had on Lamar was just kind of like getting hurt. Other than that, he's just solid. Like he doesn't throw for a lot of yards. Obviously, I know the production on his passing isn't like amazing. It's not lights out or anything, but the explosiveness. Because I think that's the difference. I kind of chose Lamar. I put him higher up just because the explosive potential of his runs are a little more than Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
yeah.
And so
But
that's
that's
kind
the
of
reason
what
why
made
he
him.
get hers because of them explosive runs.
Yeah, but he really most of the times he's gotten hurt and like hurt like his lower extremities. It's been in the pocket really because he's tried to not run, and then he ends up getting hurt because he's just standing there instead of running when
Yeah.
he should. But yeah, I had Lamar Jackson just because I think he's still up there in the top tier. It's just he was hurt last year. He had a weird year, and I think we just kind of have pushed him back
Yeah.
past or behind Hurts, and I still think I think he's a better passer, especially over the middle of the field than Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is just tossing up, he's throwing it in a bucket to two amazing receivers. I
Yeah,
think it
but
takes a little
uh,
less skill than what Lamar's been doing.
hmm.
But yeah, that's my who you got next. I'll try to talk after I get my pick to give you a little time. That's why I was trying to. I'll
No,
try to
I
give
already
you
knew who I had
every
next.
pick.
But Trevor Lawrence.
Mm.
I gotta go back to my guy. I mean, I had Jacksonville going to the AFC Championship. They're not making me look too well right now, but
No, they
I
not.
think, but I think Trevor is this. He started his career off kind of up and down with Urban Meyer and things like
Oh
that.
yeah.
And then now last year he started rough and then ended well and then had that 28-point comeback. And then now it's a little bit shaky, but I still think he can be a good core. I mean, I think they still trying to some way sneak Calvin Ridley in the game. They need to figure out how to use Evan Ingram a little bit more. I feel like,
Yeah,
and then ETN they got a good roster. They
they got
got
a
a good team.
solid team.
So I'm just real confused on why Jacksonville's not putting up more noise than what it is, and half of it is because his decision making and throwing the ball. But when he does throw the ball and he has a good game, and Trevor Lawrence can light the field up with anybody.
Yeah, I mean
So
it
and
hurts.
we've
The
seen that.
line sucks right
So
now too. So right now is really hard. Been hard to watch because they
yeah,
line banged up. I think they get Cam Robinson back. He should be back this week. They play the Bills
uh,
too.
yeah, they played in London. They stayed
Yeah,
there another week, and the
that's
Bills going out there.
you know how disgusting it is to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and watch the game like while you cook breakfast and shit. It sucks.
I like it. I like football day. I only be knowing what to do until 12 o'clock to watch
But
the
it's
game.
too
So I
long for
like it
me, bro. Because I watch my daughter,
because
so
then you
it's
watch
like,
it.
bruh, this hurts. I gotta watch football for like 14
Oh
hours
yeah.
straight. Like, it's
Oh,
tough.
it's good with the kids. Sit them down, make sure they're eating, and turn it on.
Yeah,
Turn it on every TV in every room, so then you're
she's
not
not
missing nothing.
she's not sit down and watch age yet. Not yet. She's getting there though. Not football, like it's other stuff, but yeah, she's not ready for that. Okay, so next, we're getting in. This is that we're heading into that the first.
Uh-huh.
We're heading off the cliff of the first tier because it's really like five, and then everything is toast after that. And we're
Mm-hmm.
at that first cliff. We're about to head off the edge of it. But I had
Matt Stafford.
no, surprisingly no. I have Tua Tagovailoa. I
uh,
had to. If you
his
take the
only thing
injuries
is,
out,
yeah, that was
yeah.
the only.
Because if we looking at if we're doing if I'm bringing this quarterback into my room right now and placing him on my team.
Right.
I'm in my mind. All I need is a good offensive line, and he's Drew Brees. He's basically just Drew Brees with slightly less production. If you can keep him upright, he's a top 10 quarterback.
So basically, you got to get him. You have to get him weapons, or he's
At
not
least
gonna be
one.
that guy. At least
At
one.
least
Because I
one.
remember Drew Brees had, but that back in the day when he had Marcus Colston and them
Yep.
guys,
He had a,
and
a ton of weapons, low key. Yeah.
yeah,
Jimmy
and
Graham when he was still cold.
yeah,
But yeah,
Reggie.
it's Tua to me in transparency. I had Hurts next in my list. Like we basically have the same group of guys, kind of roughly in the same order. I just had Hurts at the bottom of this list. So he was the
Nah.
last. He's the last guy on that first tier for me in my little list of guys I had. But I had Tua right over him just because I think that I think if you put Tua on the Eagles right now, they would probably score 40 a game just because they wouldn't have no choice. Like they do the same stuff they do now, except
Well,
Tua
yeah,
is
but if you
extremely
put
more
two,
accurate.
if you put two the Giants,
Oh, he'd get murdered. He'd be dead.
it's
He'd just
just
be
like
a
it's just like
corpse. So I
it's
get you on that. I feel you on that. I just feel like I'm taking the passing potential over the just what Hurts does. You know what I mean? I worry that because Hurts just looks after the crazy year he had last year. I can't pretend like he doesn't look stiff and just kind of
yeah,
like he's
but
struggling even to run this year. So that kind of just worried me a little bit, and that's why I just
you know
pushed him
what it
just
is? It's
under
that
Tua.
brotherly shove they keep doing for him. He's gonna wear some
Yeah,
wear and tear on his body sooner or later.
I
When
just
you just
worry he's like it's like the opposite of Tua. He's just a nail, just getting hammered into the board over and over again. And at some point, the nail is there's no more nail to hammer. You know what I mean? Like you hammer it,
or you hammer it and it like bends a little and you can't never get it back straight. And if you
yeah,
do keep trying to bend it straight, it breaks.
yeah. Then you break it in half, and now you
There's
struggling
no
to pull
head
the
no
piece
more.
out. You just like, all right, I got to get a whole new board now.
It's like shit. I need a new nail.
Yeah, but
Like
yeah. So I had Tua. So who you got next? This is the fifth pick,
this is the fifth pick,
and this is
and this is where. But I had it in the air, but then it's crazy because the two dudes that I had next got traded for each other. So just like So it's just
You
like,
already said it. You already said the name.
so do I even really? But if I really had to pick one for like right now, I'll go younger. So I'm going Jared Goff.
Ah,
Like,
nice.
I don't know. I think Goff is. The more I watch golf, the more I'm like, dude, actually pretty like he actually pretty clean if you give him a clean pocket. Like if he can
Yeah.
actually sit there and throw the ball, like he's not a bad quarterback. I don't know what made everybody think that he was bad. Maybe because Jared Goff used to play for like the Rams before they was the LA Rams, right? The
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis Rams. You know,
No, they
St.
was the
Louis
Rams.
was
They was still they was LA when he got drafted.
they was LA when they got
I
drafted.
think it was the second year they was LA when he got drafted. I want to say
I
that was
just don't know. But I
2016.
don't know. I think it's only because we thought the Rams of defense, but he first exploded on the scene that 50 point Monday night
Mm-hmm.
game against the Chiefs,
Yep.
and then it's just like he didn't have a. I mean, him and Mahomes was under duress both times. Like it was a crazy
It
game.
was
Like
wild,
if you haven't seen it, it's probably one of the most watched Monday night games. Go watch it. It'll be worth your while.
bro. It's
Like, that
funny.
game was
There was one morning. This one and I need to get back to it. When I was getting up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to work out, and I fell asleep with the TV on, and I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning. Just woke up, and that game was on. The full game on YouTube was just playing, and I woke up. It was like the second quarter, and I'm just sitting there being like, "Wow, like this game." It was. I watched it the whole morning before I went to work. It was crazy.
Yeah, that guy. I remember watching it that night. I'm like, bro, this mug.
One of the
I don't
greatest
even
games of
know to
all
be
time.
happy or sad.
It might
Like
be
I
the
don't even,
greatest Monday night football game of all
that
time.
I've seen.
I think,
Like
yeah.
personally,
I can't think of
like not even
nothing
being a
else that
Chiefs,
pop up.
not even being like because I'm a Chiefs fan, but as in like
Just in
actual
general.
football. It was good defense and good offense. Like defense on
Yes.
both teams made good plays, and offense on both teams made good plays. It was just like the good balance of both.
It hurt because we lost that game because Pat threw a pick. I always forget that. Pat threw a pick right at the end of the game. He
Because
just
he was
tossed
trying to
it up.
drive to win.
Yep, and he just tossed it up to Reek, and it got picked off. But
Mm-hmm.
Goff is a good pick. Goff is a good quarterback. I had
Yeah,
Goff
no, I think Goff
lower,
is.
but
I think Goff is. I don't know. I feel like if you give him serviceable weapons around, a good line where he can stand up there and throw for like 3 to 4 seconds, and then he won't do too much. If he's not panicking, he's not gonna
good.
overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's gonna get it to where he needs to go. Like, so I mean, I just
Only downside is when he's bad, he's real bad.
yeah,
That's the only downside.
yeah. But we haven't really seen even at Detroit being as bad as I mean, they records shows and things like that. Golf hasn't been playing bad since
No,
being in Detroit, to be honest.
he's
Like,
been good, solid the whole time.
yeah, he's been solid for Detroit. So I know I like that pick at 5. I would take Golf 5.
All right, now we doing this is the right now. I'm plugging my guy in right now. Bam, putting him on my team. This is my quarterback for my 5th pick. CJ Stroud. I am a Stroud boy. Have you heard that around? I'm a Stroud boy. I can't. The guy, he looks too good to be for a rookie quarterback. It's like if you go back and watch these past games, and I think I said it after week 3 of watching the games, is that for some reason, and this is always a great sign because Pat was the same way. On third downs, he's money. Every single third down. It don't matter if it's short, long, doesn't matter. He's money every third down. And I think just the fact he ain't threw a pick. He ain't threw a pick yet.
Not yet.
He's the only it's only 2 quarterbacks. I can't remember the other quarterback's name. It's only 2 quarterbacks in it. Oh,
Brock Purdy, right?
No, Brock Purdy threw a pick in one of his first 4 games. In your first 4 starts, NFL starts.
First 4 starts in NFL start. It's Pat, ain't it?
No, it's not Pat either. It's fucking Gardner Minshew. No other great quarterback has played basically this well. He's second behind Cam Newton in yards in his first 4 games. He's basically, I'm not counting Gardner Minshew. Get out of here. His first start, he was probably fucking 27 years old. But he's basically the only young quarterback to go through his first 4 weeks without throwing a pick. I think he has 8 or 9 touchdowns, something like that. Or it might be like
Yeah, it's
7.
somewhere around there.
It's in that area.
I mean, shit, he got enough. He ain't got no picks. It's good
And
enough.
when you look at it, he's got Tank Dell and Nico Collins. 2 people you would have been like, what? Nico Collins has been fine, but he's basically I don't know if it's because he stepped up or if CJ Stroud is making him look like a number 1 receiver. Either way,
I mean, he been hosting those dinners after games and stuff for like the players and their families.
Who?
Like after home, CJ Stroud he hosts dinners for the team for them and they like spouse and things after every home game or something like that to like build camaraderie and stuff like that. He paid for everything. He got like private chefs and everything that come in and they cook and he do it every week. I'm crazy. Like,
I just like that kid, man.
No, CJ Stroud I didn't think you had him so high because I had him a little bit. I didn't think you was gonna put him that high, so
I had to. When I looked at my list, I was like, oh, because I knew it. I thought about it. I was like,
I had him around like 8.
And I knew I was like, if I put CJ Stroud too low, then he gonna get him first because you gonna go first. So I know I'm like, if I put him too low, I know there's an area right here where he's going above these next couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's going over these next guys. But yeah, CJ Stroud, man, that's my 5th pick. So who you got? We're picking 6th now.
Yeah,
it's starting to get dark. It's getting dark.
You gotta go with what you know. And he ain't probably won much, but he won a Super Bowl. So I'm gonna go with my man Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I was about to say, uh-oh. Let's see how close our lists are, because that's funny. Well, I mean, look, we can start powering through some of these because a lot of the rest of these is starting to get real. It's getting bad. But you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, it cut off for a second. Okay, it's funny enough you said that. This guy also has won a Super Bowl. And it's not as crazy as it sounds, but I got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. He's gonna be like
I had to. I mean, I know he's old, he's hurt and stuff, but I was like, I can't put Aaron Rodgers over the next guy I had on my list. Or I mean, I had to put Aaron Rodgers over the next couple guys on my list because I have Goff in the next 2. I have Goff in the next 3 picks. So I was like,
yeah, but Aaron. I just can't do it.
He is, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, he's not like LeBron. He doesn't.
No, but still, I had to.
He doesn't like change the morale of an offense and things like that. The only reason why he changed the morale of the Jets offense because the Jets did everything Aaron wanted him to do. Like if he would have got traded or he would have went to a team, if it wasn't the Jets, he wouldn't be in the NFL no more. I'm sure he's over there contemplating that right now. If the Jets didn't do everything I said, then I probably wouldn't be in the NFL right now. I would have retired.
There's a lot of teams that
he would have retired. He wouldn't have went there. He would have retired.
No.
Teams ain't going for that.
Who you got next?
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going on. So we're talking about this man scored again. I think I got him on my fantasy too. I dropped him though, probably. Yeah, they are. But Justin Fields about to give me the win this week.
He going damn poor guy. They just cut to that dude shaking his head. He like, man, we almost beat the Eagles last week, man.
Well, we gonna be the team they beat.
Yeah.
Well, no, they blew a 21-point lead last week.
No, they wasn't up 21. Oh, you talking about
against
the Bears?
The Broncos?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Commanders was up 17-7 in the first quarter against the first half against the Eagles. Now it is. All right, but who you got 7? Let's get through this because this Zoom is about to cut us off.
I gotta go. I don't know, man. We get to this point.
We're in this weird spot. That's why I made a list.
It's just like
That's why I wrote my list down because I was like, there's no way
And
I'm
if we're going
remembering
off
this.
right now, how they playing, even if I go off the last couple years
Yep.
of them since they got to this team, I got to go Gino.
Gino. Oh, where do I have Gino? Oh, okay. I got Gino way farther down. All right, Gino at 7. Who I got 7? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I was going, but then I
Kirk
started
Cousins.
thinking about turnovers. I'm just like, I'd rather have
I ain't gonna lie, my Kirk Cousins pick is simply based off the past 3 years where he's been
yeah, don't
put up
lighten up the
crazy
board.
numbers. Yeah, he's been putting up ridiculous numbers. And that's the guy I was talking about. Like, I couldn't have Aaron Rodgers under Kirk Cousins. If I had Kirk Cousins where he's at, I had to put Rodgers ahead of him. Because at first I had Rodgers in that Geno range where I have
it
Geno
was
at.
it was between Kirk and Gino for me.
That's fair though. I mean, I understand that, especially if you're looking at this year too. Like, if you're weighting your list more towards this year than like
I'm waiting it this year, but also as in like
total,
if
yeah,
I
it's
want
like
to after this year, as in like
yeah,
I'm not going too much off pass other than with like the top 4 people. Obviously, that
yeah.
was like pass, but this year is just like would I rather have Gino or Kirk this year and
Mm-hmm.
future years, and it's just like
And that's
probably
how
take
this
Gino.
that's how the list I have this one is set up because with the Aaron Rodgers, I was like, I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers next year. If he was healthy, I'd rather have him this year over Kirk Cousins and next year. So I had to put him up there. So we're at 8. We are halfway, or we're just about to be over halfway.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Can we sneak Caleb Williams somewhere on this list?
No. Active in the NFL right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, because Caleb Williams probably would have went up a little higher.
Yeah, it would have been like over golf.
I'm
But
about to say I probably would have. He would have been in that too. He would have went somewhere around there.
oh man.
It's tough. I told you once we start once we start closing around 10, it's tough. The rest of it is just it's it's bad.
You know, I mean I got I just ain't seen much of this quarterback. I want to believe him, but I just don't. I just can't. But I also got a quarterback that's just like young quarterback, but they both young.
Uh-oh. Oh, where
I
you
just
going?
it's
Where you going with it? I gotta
just
know.
one just got a better coach in a better scenario. One got a horrible owner. So
Okay, I see. I think I see where you're going.
I think I would go Anthony Richardson right now.
I knew it. I knew it. As soon as you said the owner, I was like, oh, he got to be talking about AR.
Yeah, I
Anthony
gotta go.
Richardson. All right.
Gotta go AR.
Oh, next up, I hate doing this, but I have to, man. I got Dak.
I forgot all
I got
about that. He was like, he wasn't gonna be falling, but
I got Dak Prescott just because like this area we're in, I completely understand going Anthony Richardson. I have Anthony Richardson. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I have him 3 more down. That was it. He's only 3 spots down from Dak right now. That's why I was like, when you said the ownership, I was like, oh, he about to go AR. Like that's you throwing my board off. But yeah,
yeah, I mean,
Dak's solid, man. You know,
he just
he's solid.
he's
That's why I
just
have him
good.
and
He's just
Kirk
like
Cousins. I have literally my list right here is Kirk Cousins, Golf, Dak. Because they're all to me, they're all just
he like. Have you ever
they're
been in a
mid. That's
relationship?
mid.
Have you ever been in a relationship where it wasn't a bad one, but it wasn't a good one, and you just like it was
Like, oh, it's
cool.
okay. If I can get away from this, I would. If I had like
Yeah,
the
but if
options.
yeah, it was if I had the options, I would. But if not, then
But
I'm
I'm cool
cool
right
with
now.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
They're not
exactly.
tripping too much.
It's just enough for me to be able to deal with.
Yeah, it's just like I'm complacent with what I got right now. That's what that is.
That's hilarious. But that's
And I
exactly it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dak. I had to go with Dak. I feel I couldn't. I had to put him there. So we're at 9. Who you got?
Good. You got Dak. That means I feel safe with my 9 with Brock Purdy.
Oh, okay, okay. Brock Purdy. He's pretty good. The dudes. Yeah, Brock Purdy. I get that. I have Brock Purdy. I have him. I had him right over Anthony Richardson. So next at 9. I don't. We're in the ugly zone. This is why going second was bad because now when we get to the ugly picks, you're gonna pick off the better
The
of the
the best of the
options.
worst.
Yeah, so it's like going second at the top was great because it's like, all right, whoever you don't pick, I have plenty of guys I can go with. Now it's starting to be like, oh, all right, Brock Purdy's gone. That means I don't feel great about this one because they're all in the same range, but I'm going Baker. I'm taking Baker
I figured he
Mayfield.
was coming.
He's been solid everywhere he went. Like he's not great, but he's not gonna win me games. He's gonna probably lose me a couple games, but it's better than the rest of the guys that are out there. He's just better than everybody else I could pick right now. It's yeah. I couldn't go with anybody else, man. All right, we are at the 10 spot. Who you got, man?
All right, my number 10, gotta go with my young boy, only because he's my quarterback on fantasy. Gotta go, Justin.
Ooh. Ooh, I had Justin Fields way down.
Got only because 4 games in the season, 2 games he looked horrible. 1 game he looked good until
Mhm.
the debacle, and then this game going into halftime, he looked good.
Bro,
And-
that's so funny. That's hilarious because I have the exact argument basically, but for my next pick. That is the funniest shit, bro. It's so funny because we're in the same spot with these picks. We're just like, oh, I have to, but I'm going with Jordan Love for the
Ah.
basically the same reason because in one game he had a great first half, bad second half. In another game he had a great second half, bad first half. One game he had a good first quarter and a bad rest of the game. Another game he had a bad, you know what I mean? It's the same exact thing. And just they're both of these guys too inconsistent to be they both have the skills to be higher up on this list.
Yeah.
But they're just not executing. And that's the range we in. I feel like this right now, I think we just hit the next cliff of like that's what I was saying. Once you cross 10, now we're in ugly zone. So you got pick 11. Who would you like to take?
I'm about to throw a wrench in it.
Uh-oh. It's hard to throw a wrench in this because I'm looking and I don't feel
Is
good
it?
about none of my
Can I
lists.
can I not add Kyler Murray to my list?
Yeah, you can add Kyle. He's active in the NFL. You can actually.
I would put Kyler Murray at 11.
That's a solid pick. I forgot about Kyler Murray. Damn. Good. That's a hell of a wrench because I totally forgot about Kyler.
I was looking at
That's a
Aaron.
good pick.
I'm like, wait, Kyler Murray. I mean, we've seen him lead a team to the playoffs with a top 1, 2 seed that year when they was 12-4, if I'm not mistaken, or they was born in 12-4. I can't remember what they were. I mean, he
Yeah, I know
did
what you're talking
fold
about.
in the playoffs, but
bad.
bad fold
And then
against
came
the
out
Rams.
start of
But
the year
he also
1 and
was playing
6.
Aaron Donald maybe in his apex of
That's
his
true.
career too. It's just like
That's
Aaron
true.
Donald was crazy that year.
Yeah.
So
That
I don't know.
was a good one. Oh, because now I'm just looking at mine like, do I like any of this? Because that's it. Kyler Murray is the cliff. That's where the cliff is at now. Because, okay, right now, I'm plugging my guy in right now, active in the NFL. Oh, I can't do that after watching this game. I can't. I can't
You
do
just
it.
gonna go Sam?
I'm going Derek Carr instead, just for basically the only reasoning I'm going this way right now is because there's still like a hope in there that Derek Carr could be the old Derek Carr. He still pops up in the Saints games every once in a while now, and this is almost just like I hope you can be the guy you used to be. That's it. I don't really have. There's no
Yeah.
other good. We know who he is. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna just say fuck it and throw the ball down the field 40 yards to a guy who's triple covered. He's gonna do that twice a game, and I'm just hoping that one goes our way. That's it. So we're at 12. Who you got 12?
Same reason for this next guy. I got to go Russell.
Ah, this is the area. I have a group of guys where it's kind of just that, where it's just like, I
It's just
hope you
like
can be what you used to be,
what you
really.
used to be, like, and then if not, then there we go.
You're toast, yeah. Like you're done for your whole career. You gonna be out the league.
I might as well just be looking for another job.
Yeah. So that I'm just gonna stick in that same vein of I just can you be close to what you used to be, Deshaun Watson? Can you kind of like just 60%? I'll take if I get 60% of the old Deshaun Watson, that's
You
fine.
got a wild card team, maybe.
Yeah, like I'm good with that. But right now, how it's been, he started showing it a little bit last week, where it's like, okay, that's service that's better than you've been for the end of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Deshaun Watson. We're at 13. Who you got 13? It's 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 all bad now. There's no good left.
Uh, I would
uh,
probably go back to Arizona and get Josh Dobson.
Josh Dobbs. Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny because that is who I had next. It's just like, yep, you're
It's your turn, buddy. Like just
yeah,
like how
like
his career went, this is
just
how
like how
this
it
is
is right
going.
now. Like
It's just
you're
like,
all
hey,
we got.
bro.
You're the only thing, the only option that we have.
It's
So
like you have to go out there, like at least for a year.
because the people that are next is not great. It's funny because he's wedged in there because the next guy I'm taking is in the same thing, bro. It's the same shit. Like this is the I can you just be the old you? Can you please just for a little bit for a couple games of the season? Can you be the old you? And it's Ryan Tannehill. That's who I have next. It's like
Yeah.
can you just not be bad still? Like you're bad right now. Can you just stop doing that and just go back to what you used to
Just
be?
be better than just a play action, turn around, hand the ball off to the running back,
Yeah, just
quarterback.
all
Like
I need to do is check it down and not throw a pick six, please. That's it. Just don't throw it picks. I don't. Y'all gotta just hand it to Derrick Henry. We got Derrick Henry throwing the ball in the red zone. We just need to be better than that. That's it. That's all I need. But okay, we are at 14. We wrapping up here. Who you got? 14. Second to last pick for you.
I would probably go.
That's why I said this is so much funner than stopping it at 10. Because 10 would just be like, oh yeah, now we're in. You
I
gotta
just don't.
make some real decisions now.
Yeah, it's real decisions, but I would probably go only because he young and probably maximize his potential if we get the right stuff around him. Bryce Young.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we don't know. We just don't know
That's a
about him yet.
TBD. That's a TBD pick. Like, yep. Like
Yeah,
you should be. If we do this right, you could be good.
right. But it's just all on what you do.
So
They
you
tried, but they ain't doing too well.
nah. And so you got Bryce Young for that reason. I have the next guy I have for basically the opposite reason. Is I know exactly who you are. I know exactly what you can and can't do. This yo 5th year in the league. And I know what it is. It's not good. It's not good. I repeat, it is not good. But these are what we're left with at this point. I'm going with Danny Dimes himself because I know what he is. I know he's turnover prone, but he can run the ball really good. And I can like right now the line is terrible. He has no offensive weapons. I just think if you put him on if he was on the 49ers right now, I think he'd probably be better than Brock Purdy because you could just do more with him.
Mm,
But he hasn't shown that. To be transparent, he has not shown that he could be capable of doing it. I just believe that because I just think, the Shanahan system is
Crazy.
even though I did a whole hour episode where I broke down why the Shanahan system is kind of bullshit, I still, after watching it again this year and seeing what Brock Purdy's doing, I kind of get it now.
It's
Because the Shanahan system ain't got
get the
shit
ball
to
out
do.
quick to
Yeah,
your playmakers.
it ain't got shit to do with passing schemes at all.
It's
It's
getting it to
literally
your playmakers.
yes, it's pull blocking and bootlegs, and that's the scheme. That's what makes
Yeah.
guys just wide open because we run the ball so much that when we bootleg, somebody open.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's like as soon as they see the offensive lineman pull, they like, oh, it got to be a run, dump it.
Yeah, and I can just go the other way, flick it down to Debo, he'll take it for 50. But yeah. So Danny Dimes, last pick for your quarterback draft.
You actually might be really surprised about this because I don't think you thought about this guy either.
Uh-oh.
But he probably could have jumped a couple of these people on this list if he was a starter.
Uh-oh. I forget. You're probably right. I feel like, yeah. Uh-oh.
And I'm going 15. I'm going Cooper Rush.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'm definitely probably going Cooper Rush right now. Only because as a backup, he showed us like what he could possibly do, which he should have got a starting job this past year, but ended up re-signing with Dallas, which was kind of weird too.
Kind of wild.
So, but he definitely could be I ain't saying up here we starting to pick him like up there with Geno and all them, but I'm saying he probably could jump the list and be up there where Russell and Justin and Jordan is his first year starting.
When you said that, I'd look and he could definitely be up here with the guys that I have. Because I basically just have all starters. I totally didn't even think to look up everybody's backups. Because you could also throw like Andy Dalton looked good last week. You could throw somebody like that in there too.
Yeah, but we're seeing Cooper Rush.
But is Andy Dalton right now, is he better than Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, Desmond Ritter, Jimmy G, Bryce Young, Justin
Only
Fields?
Because I'm thinking of, when I hear
Jones.
Andy Dalton, I'm thinking about old Andy Dalton. But like as of right now, I don't want any of those names. Like,
exactly. That's my point. So it's like Andy Dalton could be serviceable. I would definitely have
Cooper Rush over them.
But then it's also
only reason why Andy Dalton is serviceable is because he's been in the league 12 years.
He's just solid guy. Yeah. That's why it's like another name when you say that's like, could you put Jameis in this same vein? I don't want him to start
for a second.
It's like I don't want Jameis to start, but
no. But if it's like my 15th pick, like that's kind of how I got Justin Fields at quarterback in fantasy. Like by the time I got to get a quarterback again, I was down to
you're just like fuck
him. I was like, who's going to give me the most points? The one who throws and runs the most out of all these quarterbacks.
He can put up 1,200 rushing yards again.
Right.
So to wrap it up, oh, man. I'm just going to go with the list and trust the list. And it's so gross. But Kenny Pickett, just because he's all
right. I don't even explain it. I don't even need an explanation with that.
It's just he's still in that vein. He's still kind of in the Bryce Young thing. It's like I don't know. He can be good, and he could be fucking. I don't know. It's gross. But it's funny because the rest of my list is Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Bryce Young, Desmond Ritter, Jimmy G, Zach Wilson. That's the rest of my list. And that's why I was like, it's disgusting.
I was definitely going to go backups before I went a lot of those quarterbacks.
But I just...
You see, I went Josh Dobbs and...
It's funny. I got Josh Dobbs at 24. So it's Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Josh Dobbs, Ryan Tannehill. So you picked him right where I would have picked him anyways.
Yeah.
I just forgot about backups. That's where I fucked up. Because if I would have went through the backups, you're right. There are backups that are like, yeah. It's like, would I put Gardner Minshew right here in the same place as Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones? Probably, yeah. Like, it wouldn't be, it's not going to be much worse.
Or would you Would you put Chad Henne somewhere?
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Yeah, stuff, shit like that. Where it's like,
Chad Henne with the
yeah,
Chiefs coming off the couch. Look, Matt Moore with the Chiefs coming off the couch. Look like
yep.
some of them
You're in there.
quarterbacks.
You in
Like
the
it's
same area.
like.
But let's
So
do. Let me do the sting for the little for the TikTok. All right, so we've done the draft, and now let's go over the 15. Daniel's 15 picks are, and I guess I need to learn how to edit. His 15 picks are number 1, Mahomes, 2, Herbert, 3, Jalen Hurts, 4, Trevor Lawrence, 5, Goff, 6, Matthew Stafford, 7, Geno Smith, 8, Anthony Richardson, 9, Brock Purdy, 10, Justin Fields, 11, Kyler Murray, 12, Russell Wilson, 13, Josh Dobbs, 14, Bryce Young, 15, Cooper Rush. And then my 15 are 1, Josh Allen, 2, Joe Burrow, 3, Lamar Jackson, 4, Tua, 5, CJ Stroud, 6, Aaron Rodgers, 7, Kirk Cousins, 8, Dak Prescott, 9, Baker Mayfield, 10, Jordan Love, 11, Derek Carr, 12, Deshaun Watson, 13, Ryan Tannehill, 14, Daniel Jones, and 15, Kenny Pickett. And that was the quarterback draft, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this video right now and you just watched us pick the entire quarterback draft, please, in the comments below, if you think I had the better draft, leave a Carver 2X in the comments. If you think he had the better draft, leave Daniel in the comments, and we'll find out. We will find out from the 12 people that watch this video.